pray for God's guidance, continued guidance for you, Otumfuo. The love of nation. And when we talk nation, you know I'm not talking exclusively of Asante. I'm talking of Ghana. Your love for Ghana should be deepened and so strong. Your entire service, you were born to serve, should be rendered for the progress of Ghana. You are supportive of the governments that have come. And I'm happy the current president, your friend, even from before you're assuming the monarchy of Asante, I know the current president was your lawyer and your friend. Your support for him, and not only him, even across the political divide, your friendship with people in the other parties, please continue like that and continue to be relevant to the progress and development of our nation. Continue to be a human being. Please, Nana, I know you haven't allowed yourself to be power consumed. You've got everything to be drunken on power, but you haven't shown it. 20 years. I pray you live to 100 without getting power drunk. Just continue to be human. Love humanity, love your nation, and love progress. And please be there for, I'm including myself, as old as I am, be there for all of us. And I'm sure God will continue to bless you and fulfill you. I wish you well. Long live Otumfuo, long live Ghana, and long live Asantehene.
Nana, Wabomodin, I'm Asantehene, I'm a Ghana for, I'm a Yemianum Gabon for. To have gone as far as you did, the sleepless nights and all the time you spent assisting our government. I think I should also use the occasion to say a big thank you on behalf of our people, and especially the Gabon people, for the effort the president has also put in. He's brought about peace to the Gabon people.
When we had the crisis with the economy in 2013-2014, Paul will know all these things. We had implemented a single spine pay policy from Professor Mills' time. And 2012-2013 was when the arrears were kicking in. That is after placing everybody on the spine. And so we overshot in terms of revenue. We had been assured that it would be revenue neutral, but it turned out, to be quite a burden on the budget. And so wages and salaries went up astronomically. Once we had paid wages and salaries, not as bad as it is today, but something similar on a much smaller scale. And then we took out interest on loans and all that. There was virtually nothing left for it to do anything, And so we did the Seiji Forum, in which PB Obeng of blessed memory, was one of the prime movers together with Kwame Pianim and the others. And after that, they came up with a homegrown fiscal consolidation program. We tried to implement it, but the international investors, didn't believe that we had the discipline to be able to do it. And so we tried to convince them, but they wouldn't budge. And so eventually we realized that, if we were to get credibility behind the program, then we needed to go to the IMF. They wanted to see us under the schoolmaster before they believed that we could implement the program. Now we started talking to the IMF, and they were stalling the program and extending the discussions, negotiations. After a finished meeting, it says, okay, and then they give you another day to meet about a month away. Meanwhile, it was critical to get this program locked in as quickly as possible. So one day, in one of my frustrations, I was in Kumasi and I went to see him. And he asked me how things were going. And then I explained to him what was going on, And then I remembered that, he had quite some good friends in high places, So I just said, can you intervene in this thing? I know Jim will facilitate from it. Can get him to speed up these negotiations for a program for us. And he readily accepted. And because of that request, he got ready. He called Jim Wilson. He took a flight. He flew, met him. They went together to Washington. And Jim Wilson took him to, at that time, the IMF director was Madame Lagarde. Yeah. And they went and saw her. And after the meeting, in a short space of time, things changed. And then suddenly, we had the extended credit facility, the ECF. And that is the program that turned the economy around, because I'm proud that under that program, in 2016, almost for the first time in our history, we did zero central bank financing of the budget. We didn't take one single cedi, from the central bank, and then we handed over, to the new administration. So as for Otumfuo, I could say so many things about him. Of course, you've talked about the Dagong thing. He was the prime mover in terms of settling that crisis. And that is because of the historical links that the stool he sits on has with those traditional authorities. Dagong and Ashanti have had those links historically. The same with Dagong and Gunja, Dagong and Mapusi. So because of those traditional links, it made it easy for a person like him to be the interlocutor, to be able to restore peace. Yeah. So we're proud of him, and we're happy that this coin has been issued. I believe that in most countries, and we should have been doing this long before, we commemorate events and people using these coins, and they're a store of value. If you go to South Africa, the Krugerrand, is quite famous worldwide. And to think that we have overtaken South African gold production, then this is the last piece of the jigsaw that we need to put in there. And be able to market our own gold coins, to the international community. So, good initiative. It has our backing, and we thank you very much for the honor that you've done the King.